Kirsten and Gibbs, the openers today. He's been out of the game for a while, not too long, a week and a half or thereabouts, but he'll want to get his feet moving early with Gary Kirsten. Good toss to win for South Africa. Ravi did mention at this pitch report that they might even go for 300, bit of an inside edge onto pad. Five from that. No ball and a boundary. In the air for a while, but he picked the gap. When you're playing players who are as good at what they do as Gary Kirsten and Herschel Gibbs, even one. That is bound to come. 5 dot balls and he's picked it easily before end of the third over. It's 30 points. He's picked the gap. And they'll pick up 2 quite easily.
Smacky over the top. That's a half ball. He's definitely going to hit that with a stick of wood back. I mean, that's right up there. You can't miss it. That's what you don't want as a ball. Better up than 2-3, very accurate.
You should normally associate a Gibbs boundary with a big flourish. Just showed the ball the direction. Jeffrey's absolutely right. Both these medium paces, they're averaging about 125. When you do that, you've got to bowl 6 on the spot. If you bowl 4 on the spot and stray the ball around a little bit with the other 2, it's not much use. There's a man at finally, but this ball is not going to beat him. That's a good stop.
Well done, lad. That's the sort of feeling that they now have improved upon and are very good. Attempted a slower ball, but just a touch too full and a little bit too wide. The idea was right, but he just couldn't quite get a slower ball. Or I'll put it another way, it's easy to bowl a slower ball like that. Anybody can bowl a slower ball from their normal pace, but can you bowl a slower ball that's well disguised so it catches the batsman by surprise? That's the key to it, isn't it?
It's very much like the googly, isn't it, Jeffrey? It's not, the googly is not a difficult ball to bowl. It is in concealing the googly and getting it to bounce off the track with the real skill lies.
Getting it on the right line and length when you do bowl. Oh, that's it. Well about. If he scores anything up his legs, I think 1 through mid-wicket, he's pushed 1 square. It's a small mark, then you bowl 2 straight, 2 leg-sided, and they just flip you away all the time.
There's a big lesson here for Martin Soji. He's probably bowled 60, 65, maybe up to 70% of his balls fairly well. It's the one that he hasn't that have gone for a lot of runs.
That's the way he's been playing. And again, that was a good goal. I don't think, or I put it another way, I think he thought he was coming back quicker than he did. Definite miss hit. You could see how the bat skewed around, skewed in his hands. It never stayed firm.
That smash back. Hit on the up and down the ground. Another boundary for Herschel Gibbs.
But here is a hit on the up. The real danger now for the South Africans is a sense of complacency because there's no challenge in the bowling at all. So it's a question of keeping the concentration going.
That's up in the air. Man coming underneath it. Taken. Udoyo has surprised Gibbs with a short delivery. Steve Tikolo the catcher. And Kenya
getting onto the front foot even before the ball was bowled. He tucked this one in short. Surprised him for pace. Surprised him for bounce. There it is. There is the front foot coming up there. And look at the top hand coming off the bat handle. Not getting hold of it. Steve Tikolo taking a very comfortable catch. But this is very clever bowling by Thomas Udoyo. Herschel Gibbs once again getting a start but not converting it into a 3-figure innings. 39 for 1.
Neil Mackenzie comes out of the middle, so there's no Jack Cullis. Good opportunity here for the South Africans to give their middle order some batting practice. Once again, the inside edge, lucky there, Kirsten. He's already been dismissed twice in the series. Hold of the inside edge, once against the Kenyans, once against the Indians. Does have this tendency to close. Once again, the inside edge. This time he'll get a boundary for it.
Going in the direction of the ball. It's a good pitch to bat on. The ball's coming on quite nicely. So Gary Kirsten trying to play on the up. And that inside edge in action.
Kirsten will get too easily. That also brings up the 50 for South Africa. It's come in pretty good time.
Yes, they haven't been put under any pressure, the South Africans.
That's a lovely shot. Overpitched, and it's got the treatment. Fine square drive by Gary Kirsten.
Jimmy Kamande.
That's heaved away on the onside. Good, clean hit by Kirsten. One bounce over the rope. There is no deep mid-wicket, so he's picked his spot. Now that's a free hit. He's not going to miss out on that, Kirsten. Short, wide, and punished. Boundary to end the over. 14 gone, 67 for 1.
Sharp. Lovely stroke by Mackenzie. That's going all the way through extra. Timing, nothing wrong with that one. Touch of his father, Kevin, in that stroke.
Yes, and that's a man I did bowl to on numerous occasions. Very talented. Also loved the hook and the pull.
That's punched away. It's a bad ball. That's going to run all the way to the railway stand for 4. Another 4 for Neil Mackenzie.
And if he gets 50, that's great. If he gets 44, that's also great. But if you play like he's playing right now, you can't score big totals. You're going to score 60 fast, maybe even 80 fast, but you're not going to get the big ones.
Well, he's gone for the hit over the top. He didn't quite time it. It's the inside edge of the bat, mostly, but he's got a 4 for it.
Works you out, and he's had to basically adapt or die. People were not giving him that width, so he now walks across, and the off-stump delivery, he flicks through mid-wicket. I'll bring him, pleased to say.
Single to Kirsten. He'll move on to 57. It's 91 for 1.
Performed admirably and, to say, gone all around the world and done wonderful work.
Again, that little paddle by Neil Mackenzie. They might look for a second. Yes, Neil Mackenzie has come back. Mackenzie moves on himself up to 16. It's 93 for 1 after 18. Down the pitch goes Mackenzie, lofts him over the top. It's a nice stroke from Neil Mackenzie. It's 1 bounce 4. Came down like a...
Preordained. I'm coming down the wicket at you. You're a gentle pace. Let's see if I can pop you into row Z.
Gentle push by Kirsten, and that brings up the 100 for South Africa. In the 19th over, 100 up for South Africa. Down goes Kirsten again. There is a man out there, but it's beaten him. No, Rudy Kutsin's going to ask. It's a 4.
Since readmission, he's honed his game. He's developed new shots, new techniques.
At the moment, this is just too easy. A couple of full tosses been thrown in as well. 20 overs gone. It's 107 for 1.
That might just go all the way. That ball just seemed to gather momentum as it went along. Just pulled in now. It's going all the way. Man and ball going past the line. Jimmy Kamande there. Superb. That's the key when you play the late cut. You've got to wait for the ball.
deft touch and the ball runs away to the boundary. He's used to the pace of the bowler.
Yes, watch him as he's trying to slide the ball back. He's actually, in the end, ended up outer-edging the ball past the boundary instead of getting it firm. If he got the ball firm in the palm, he'd have actually pushed it back. In the end, as it happened, Jimmy Command merely helped the ball along. So Mackenzie goes up to 26.
Didn't get the power behind that. Now that is indisciplined bowling from the youngster. Right outside the leg stump, a juicy full toss, all whatsoever. That's a piece of cake for him.
That is a good shot. Right into the crowd. 6 runs. He's a much better player, Neil Mackenzie, when he uses his feet to the spinners.
Place to hit the spinners is straight. It's a serious player. Went a long way back.
It's gone again. And he's hit that one beautifully as well. That's gone bigger. So the second 6 of the over.
You can see him fetching it from way outside of stump.
He'll pick up 1 here, back with a square on the leg side. I'll tell the man who couldn't quite get it.
It's amazing today, they've dived. That's over.
So that's a good over for South Africa. 173 for 1. He's got that through. Sweeper won't get there. 4 more. This time to Neil Mackenzie.
Just use the pace of the ball, let it come on a little later. Didn't try to hit it square, deliberately try to hit it behind point.
It's a fine shot. It's going to go over the head of the man at long on and into the crowd again. So it's the third 6 of the afternoon. Talked about him knowing the ground. It's a good example. That's a bit sloppy. In fact, it's very sloppy. And it's going to be a full penalty. 4 runs.
Well, you know, spread all over the place. They're going to do something different. Bring 1 or 2 players in.
And he's going to pick it up there. Well played, Gary Kirsten. First 100 he scored in one-man international cricket of this ground, his home ground, and he'll remember this moment for a long time. 11 fours and 1 6, and that's a great rate. It's a lovely shot from Gary Kirsten, terrifically timed as well. 4 more runs.
See, it's that strong bottom man coming in. You play fairly quickly anyhow, nearly run a ball, but he's going to score very quick, or he's going to get himself out after a few shots.
That's a clean hit. It's a fine stroke from Neil Mackenzie.
Well, it's a short of a length delivery. He was almost going to walk forward.
181, which is the best partnership for South Africa for the second wicket. Previous best was 179 between Gibbs and Jacques Callis against the West Indies at St John's in 2001.
Kirsten launches it. It's gone high and handsome. It's going to beat that mid-wicket. It's going to beat the fence. It's 6 for Kirsten.
His moves have not been afraid to play some lofted.
200 in 199 balls. You don't so much look at the minutes in one-day cricket. It's the number of balls used up to score the runs. Gary Kirsten has gone. Gary Kirsten's terrific innings comes to an end. Caught out in the deep. He was virtually giving it away in the end with South Africa in such a commanding position.
But there are limitations, and only occasionally tries to do something different. This is a shot which has paid off for him handsomely in the early overs when the field is normally deep third man and deep fine leg, not the deep square leg that we saw just now. He hit it straight to him. Gary Kirsten, 1 more century against his name. Park and Suchi, 246 for 2. for throwing his wicket. A bit of a yes-no situation, and Neil Mackenzie could have gone
for 2. Sean Pollock is the man who's come in at the order, and Sean Pollock is going to collect a couple of runs. In fact, he'll get a 4. The South African captain himself getting in on the act. British Modi, the fielder.
When he sees an offering like that, he's not going to miss out on that. It's a big gap actually between that fielder at backward point and the cover point. He's got to cover that, the Kenyans.
It's gone down the pitch, and the ball has gone miles into the stands. That's the biggest hit of the day. Sean Pollock, the captain. In comes Martin Suji. Crowd chants. Mackenzie punches it away through the covers for the single that brings him a very well-compiled 100. Well played, Neil Mackenzie. His second 100 in one day. Pollock sweeps it away. It's up in the air a long time. And this time, the catch is taken. The end of Thomas Odoyo, his second catch on the fence. And it's the end of the captain.
Well, he was cool as a cucumber when that catch from Gary Kirsten came along, and again, didn't really have to move too much this time, but keeping his hands very close where he could see that.
Boucher, who walks onto Newlands, playing his 100th one-day international for his country. Mackenzie has just chipped it over the bowler, and it's gone for 6. That is a quite astonishing shot. Umpire's looking for confirmation. It has gone for 6. For 3. 285 for 3.
Oh, he's just waiting and toying with the bowling there. That's gone all the way as well. What a shot that is. When it first left the bat, you got the feeling it hadn't quite...
Into the stands for 6. That's half a dozen.
Now, isn't that a breathtaking shot? It's not been played off a spinner. The seamer is bowled outside the off stump. And there is a man there just for the shot.
Yep, slow, dibbly-dobbly stuff. Gives him ample time to get into position. Improvisation personified on that occasion. Look at the way he's toyed with the Kenyans. You've got to put in a word for their bowling. This one's massive. It's a monster hit. Over the top, high and handsome. Half a dozen in Spain. It's a lollipop attack.
There's a straight boundaries if measured from the centre of the track at about 65 yards here. Now there's the fielder. That's gone straight in like a car driving all by itself on the highway. More runs, another boundary. This is tremendous work. 335 for 3 with 1 over to play. Bit of a feast. That might just go all the way as well. That's a tremendous shot. That is an absolutely sensational shot. This time,
Fire in the block hole, misdirected. Boucher really making room on that occasion. Full flourish of the bat and thump in the middle of the bat. Away she goes, cutting into the fence. Mark Boucher making merry. It must be painful.
That's gone. Big shot. The people sitting there might have made 4 catches today.
That is brute force into the total.
Right, Mark Boucher's got 44 so far from 18 balls. He's gone for another one. And that is big as well. 50 from just 19 balls. That is huge. That's a monster. That really should have been 12. Scott is 50. There's a fastest by a South African. And Grudel was just about the word for it. 54.
Out of the middle of the bat, out of the ground. Amazing stroke. Great improvisation for Boucher. Just having a go at anything and everything. Indians very submissive, meek as lambs.
Goes down at number 4 in the all-time list. And he hasn't had enough. Single will round it off. 354 for 3. This has been quite a performance from South Africa. There's a party on today at Newlands, and every one of the South African batsmen came in. Sanat Jayasuriya 17, Simon O'Donnell 18, and Shahid Afridi 18 as well. With a good role played by Neil Mackenzie as well. Got the opportunity to bat at number 3 and put up a very high quality century as well.
First in his second 100 in this competition. Neil Mackenzie 131 not out. Mark Boucher, the 4th fastest half century in bowling, took a pounding. 1 for 76 Thomas O'Dale, 1 for 50 Martin Suji. He bowled very well.
Trying something different. He's perished in trying to do that. Pollock too cunning for him. Just dropping it a little bit short, getting a little bit of movement.
Accelerate, you have to capitalize on the first 15 overs. Just a desperate stroke on this occasion. Jumps out to Pollock as wily as a fox, pulls that one back. The ball swings away, finds the outside edge. He perishes in the process of acceleration. Ravindu Shah departs for 6. Kenyans 8 for 1.
So the Kenyan captain comes out to the middle, Stephen Tikolo. Kenya have lost an early wicket, that of Ravindu Shah. Lovely shot. He didn't try to hit it too hard. The balance was good.
No need to run. Sweetly timed from Tikolo, sweet as can be.
No need to run for that. One of the rare occasions he's pitched the ball up. That one had the width, and Obuyo went after it.
One up, he goes for the expensive drive. There are chances of getting the outside edge, not on this occasion. Middles that. The moment he middled it, he knew it was going for 4. 4 written all over it. The pace at which Bentley Hayward bowls, if you time it, it's always going to rocket like a zombie.
And good carry to Boucher.
That's a good shot. That's a beauty.
And Tikolo and Hayward just met.
But I wonder what's going to happen next, because Sean Pollard's run all the way from first slip. The captain had a little word with him. Is he saying soften him up, give him a few more? I would. But I don't know. I think Sean's up for it. I think he thinks get in there, win the match, win it well. Oh, that's shocking, shocking shot, wasn't it? Oh, I can't believe it. Steve Tikolo. He's a very, very good wide and let me go for it without my feet. What does he do? Free card trick. No foot. No footwork here. Watch the feet. They just don't go anywhere. They're stuck in cement. I can get him a job with Wrigley's. You know, it's like stuck in chewing gum.
11 caught Boucher bowled. Hayward, Kenya 25 for 2. Thomas O'Doyle is the man coming to the middle for Kenya, which he achieved last week against India. Oh, Callis has got a wicket first ball. They've all gone out.
No, he hasn't. That's why you would have bowled.
In good seam, high seam. Now then.
Never touched it, missed it by an inch. It's like a million miles. That he's a bit slippy. He's callous when he gets going a bit.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot by O'Doyle. It's a chase here for Neil Mackenzie, and the ball's going to beat him. It's a good shot by Thomas O'Doyle.
Relaxed and loose. He might let him have a couple and force him back. Straight away, look, next ball.
Top edge for 4 for 6. Gone off the top edge. 10 and 2 balls off Callis. It's got a lot of height, and I think he's got enough distance. There was an identical catch that Jacques Callis took some time back. Justin Kemp was the fielder on this occasion, and it's
By the time you do that, you're so disorientated, so massive effort.
What a shot that is. What a shot that is. Jacques Callis, the bowler on this occasion, has gone for a few runs. That's the seam position that Dr. was talking about. Jacques Callis was also the man who almost took a catch, who rather took a catch that was almost as difficult as this. That's gone a long way. That's gone a very long way, long enough for 6. And Thomas Odoyo is out telling the South Africans there are 2 teams in this party. That's beautifully bowled and right through him. Jacques Callis has the final word. Picks up wicket number 3, 59 for 3.
And Kennedy Boy, I'm afraid, goes for 10. Let's have a look at this one through the air. Good seam position again. We're all looking to slide away. Boy, he was literally hit through the leg side. Too straight to go through there. Always literally heroes who make contact, but if you don't, a little foolish.
This is David Abuya, just in his 8th match. If he scores a single, he'll get his 100th. He's averaging 14.14. 34 against the West Indies in Nairobi and the 20.
Nicky Boy is bowling with the wind behind him. So that much more tough to hit him over the top and into the crowd.
Well, it's not taking him long. That's a lovely cricket shot. Inside out, over extra cover.
And he has gone for maximum. Instead, he's gone to the pitch of the ball and then used it to Odoyo.
71 for 3. That's good shot. Nicely played off his legs. This is a quick outfield. And the ball wins once again.
Yes, the ball was curving away from Herschel Gibbs. Not an easy catch to take. He had also to time that dive. Obuyo's misery is over. Played the sweep shot earlier on. This is an excellent catch. He's also made sure that the ball wasn't grounded, wasn't grasped, even after a high score of 78 against the Sri Lankans. That's a big shout. That's very, very close indeed. In how? Yes, good thinking. Up goes that finger at the last minute. He took a long time. He wanted to be certain. And I think the replay will show that he was spot on.
Occasion. Bang on target, Kemp. Certainly wasn't in line. Have a look at that. Just hit him below the knee roll. That Thomas Odoyo, after a very well-made 44, departs. Kenya tottering at 94 for 5.
Martin Suji, the next man in.
Oh, this one's hit over the top of cover. Doesn't really get the power behind that shot. Didn't really middle that one. You get 2. And the only glimmer of hope, as I said, was that this could be out. This is a nice little dolly, and he's out goner. Change of pace from Justin Kemp. You have to check the stroke at the last moment.
Way back, just tried to stop the shot at the last minute. So Justin Kemp has foiled him with a change of pace, which is what you were talking about before, Sherry. Just look at the way he holds this one back and tries to stop it. It's out of the middle, but unfortunately doesn't go very far at all. Nicky Boy just camps underneath it and takes the simplest of catches. Not too much elation there from Justin Kemp. So Martin Suji goes for 6 and Kenya now is 13, playing in his 27th one-day international match. It's pretty well struck. 4 runs. Haven't seen that for a while. Time. Modi, the man on that occasion, picking up a boundary. And he's gone over top of extra cover this time for 4 more. That's a good shot. So a couple of boundaries and 2 balls off the bowling of Nicky Boy. And time for change in commentary.
Ace of some of the South African bowlers, but there's nothing to worry them in Nicky Boy's bowling. Slow left arm, orthodox spin. They come up against this quite often in the cricket that they play.
It's gone late. Sean Pollock's at slip. And that's gone all the way. Shah Langenfeld won't cut it off. That's a boundary to the Kenyans. That'll be a couple more. In fact, that'll be 4 more. Nicky Boy just dropping too short. But even though they get a spell in here, there's no point in pulling a ragged spell, is there?
Well, I actually don't think the Kenyans have hit him enough.
I think he's the weak link in their side by a long way.
Oh, he's quite sharp, and he's got a one to rear quite nastily as well, and he's gone for 4. Tony Suji, the man collecting the boundary.
Medium, fast medium bowler. I mean, he wouldn't cause you any sleepless nights at all. You say, yeah, he's a nice bowler. You know, I'm not trying to belittle the lad, but in terms of pace, the Kenyans ought to really handle him a little bit better, quite honestly. Nanti Hayward, I accept.
Oh, that's a great catch. That really is a very good catch indeed. And that is the end of Tony Suji.
Peppering the Kenyan lads with short of a length into the body, past the nose end, and eventually they make mistakes they're not used to. They don't play on pitches that have pace and bound. He's trying to force that, and quite frankly, you think it's a great catch. I think he's a little cuckoo there. I think it went straight in. He could have caught that with his mouth open. It was straightforward. 133 for 7.
There's playing in this Kenyan side. Comes to the crease with Kenya 133 for 7. Jacques Callis has just pulled off the catch. Got a comfortable catch in the gully to remove Tony Suji for 13. Oh, it's got it through him. I'm sure he's nicked it, has he? Keeper's gone out the ass. The finger's gone up as well. Collins Abuya doesn't want to look. I'm afraid the writing's on the wall for him and for Kenya. And it's just lasted a couple of minutes. Collins Abuya.
You didn't used to last very long when you were batting, did you? Just like this, watch it. Blatant nick. The batsman stands, pretends he hasn't hit it. That's how Alan Wilkins used to bat.
Here comes Brijal Patel. Now, you know, Jeffrey said that... and that'll go for 4. One is that the net run rates nowadays come way down the list of criteria. Straight shootout that game.
As straight as that, is it?
As straight as that is. All things common, they then look at the net run rate. You think? Yes, outside edge. Big leg. The umpire just nods his head. Up goes the finger. Langefeld gets a 3rd wicket. And that is the end of Brijal Patel. So Kenya, nice deviation.
He's bowled a very good line as well. There it is. The seam very upright. And Brijal Patel going for the big hit. He's only a number 10 batsman. That's what he's expected to do. Not play impeccably forward. Deep trouble. 146 for 9.
Now then, Jimmy Commander has got a best of 32 not out. That's number 11. Sometimes I would just continue half the story because this is what's happened here. He's been knocked over first ball, and the misery continues for poor Jimmy Commander. Bowled first ball. Langefeld picks up a 4th wicket. And Kenya are bowled out for 146.
And surely overwhelmed by the South Africans. Langefeld bowling very accurately. Middle and off stump disturbed. Jimmy Commander at 146. And with over 4 overs to go. So this is a pretty forgettable performance by Kenyans. They really need to pick themselves up before their final game against India day after tomorrow. It's been a...
With 44, 26 not out from Hitesh Modi. Otherwise, it really was a case of Kenya's batsmen simply not coming to terms with the 10. 1 for 19 and 6 for Nanti Hayward.